Hey, guys, welcome to Vanquisher. In this video let's discuss part 3 of Naruto, the Vanquisher. Chapter 3, the Fateful Encounter. Naruto was very excited to meet his old friends and spend a lot of time with them in the academy. Naruto packed all his things into a scroll and made his way towards his old house in the civilian district. On the way to his old house he noticed the same old hateful glaring from all the villagers. He ignored them and made his way towards his old house, but he saw the house was in a very bad condition when he reached it. The door and windows are all broken. He just walked into the house and saw the unclean state of the house. When he walked towards the window he noticed rocks and broken pieces of glass on the floor. He can understand what has happened to his house. When he was not in here, he just ignored all those things and started to clean his house. It took him a whole day to clean his house. Then he took out the scroll from his pocket and unsealed it. There was a lot of stuff that Hiruzen gave him during his training. He placed them properly in the shelves. He then went to take a bath. After taking the bath he saw it was already dark outside. He then went out to find his friends. He got out of his house and started to roam around the village. While walking around he noticed a mob of men trying to catch him. Naruto noticed that and used his speed to run away, but due to his training weight he was unable to outrun them. At last, they caught him and started to beat him senselessly. The mob then went back and Naruto got up. The beating he just took was nothing compared to his training. Naruto then started to walk to his favorite place in the village, the Ichiraku ramen shop. When he reached the place he noticed the shop was full of customers, but the old man noticed Naruto and asked him to take a seat. He then called his daughter. Naruto greeted them with his happy face. She noticed his dirty clothes and there are some injuries on his body. The old man then cursed the villagers and then asked if ate anything. Naruto then replied that he didn't eat anything. Then the old man offered a bowl of his favorite ramen. Naruto then took out his wallet and paid for the bowl of ramen. The old man denied to take the money. Naruto then said that if he didn't take the money then he would not eat the bowl that was given to him. The old man didn't have any other choice and he accepted the payment. Naruto then happily gulped the bowl of ramen. Naruto then said, "Old man, I need some help." The old man's daughter then said, "Naruto, you can ask anything." Naruto then said, "I need you to buy me some groceries frequently because if I go to buy them from the shop they would charge more than they cost." Old man's daughter then said that she would help him with the groceries. He asked if she can bring those groceries to his house. She said that she would bring those things to his house and give them to him. Naruto then talked with them for some time and then left for his house. On the way he noticed a group of men. He recognized the symbol on their backs. They were from the Konoha's police force. They all are discussing the up and downs their clan is facing. One of them noticed Naruto who was walking by the end of the street. One of the men then rushed to him and pinned him down to the wall, then activated his Sharingan. He then looked at the boy and said, "Everything is because of you, demon." Naruto then said, "Why do you call me demon?" The other man who was standing beside him got angry and said, "It is all because of you that our clan is being suspected." He then unsheathed his short blade and pierced it into Naruto's shoulder and cast a powerful genjutsu on him using his Sharingan. Soon the boy's eyes turned red with a slit pupil and there was a burst of chakra released from Naruto's body. The man then dropped Naruto and left the place. All the Uchihas who are watching all these also left the place and escaped to their clan compound. Naruto was on the ground unconscious and after a few minutes there are a lot of shinobi on the site. They all came to check what has happened. All of them who are present have sensed the demonic chakra of the Kyuubi. Hiruzen then arrived at the place with his Anbu and saw that Naruto was lying unconscious on the ground. He then ordered his Anbu to take Naruto to the hospital and guard him till he is back to his consciousness. Hiruzen also ordered one of the Anbu who is wearing a dog mask to remove all the training weights on Naruto's body. The Anbu went along with Naruto to the hospital and removed the weights. He was also guarding him in the hospital. Hiruzen was worried about Naruto and he called his student Jiraya back to the village from his mission. After receiving the message from his master, Jiraya rushed back to the village. Within 2 days he was back to the village and he directly went to Hiruzen, but the guards said that Hokage was in a meeting with the council. Jiraya went to the council meeting room and entered the room and all the members in the room stood up and greeted him. He just stood to one corner and started to listen to the meeting. After 10 minutes of listening to the arguments of the councilmen he was tired of the way they were behaving. He then walked towards the table and took the report that was lying on the table and read it. He then understood what was happening and why he was summoned to the village so urgently. He then slapped the table and the room was dead silent and everyone in the room were looking at the serious face of Jiraiya. Jiraiya then said, "I would like to know what is happening in this room right now. One of the civilian members got up and said, "Lord Jiraya, as you know, the Kyuubi is abducting the boy to do its bidding." He also mentioned, "Lord Jiraya, this is the second time we noticed that the Kyuubi tried to take over the boy's body. To be on the safe side, we ask Hokage-sama to kill the boy or banish him from the village." Jiraiya then turned towards the Shinobi Council. They then said, "We are disagreeing with their demands, but Lord Danzo said that he would take Naruto under his care and teach him to control the Kyuubi." Jiraiya then looked at the man and said, "Do you know how the Kyuubi was sealed into him?" The man was scared to see how angry he was, and he didn't try to reason with Jiraiya. He then shouted that the matter is related to the Shinobi Council and it has nothing to do with the Civilian Council, so all the Civilian Council can leave the room. At this critical moment, you say that we should not appeal our problems to the Hokage. Jiraiya then said, "If the problem arises, all the ninjas of Konoha will fight to protect it. You people need not to be concerned about that problem." Lord Jiraiya, you say that if the demon fox attacks the village, then the ninjas will protect the village. Then why didn't all of you stop the fox from destroying the village 6 years ago? Jiraiya then said, "As you know, the times have changed from back then. Listen, 6 years ago Minato used the dead demon consuming seal to seal away the Kyuubi, and the seal can't be broken easily. Even so, I will check the seal, and if it is broken in any way, then I will fix it with my powers." After the meeting, both Jiraiya and Hiruzen went to the hospital and checked the seal, and Jiraiya confirmed that the seal was not broken, it is fully intact and there is no problem. "But we need to check on him after he wakes up." Both Hiruzen and Jiraiya are waiting for Naruto to wake up from his sleep. The day was about to end and it was already night. Jiraiya went to his house to rest, but Hiruzen visited him that night. They chatted for a long time, but before leaving, Hiruzen gave a scroll to Jiraiya and said to read it in secret. Jiraiya took the scroll and went to his room, where no one can come except himself because it was protected by seals from every corner. He then opened the scroll and read it. He then understood the reason why Hiruzen wants to protect Naruto. He was the one who should protect him from any harm, but until now his mentor was taking all the burden. The next morning, Jiraiya visited Naruto, but he was still not awake from his sleep. The doctors said that everything about him was normal and there was nothing out of control. In the mindscape, Naruto was sitting in front of a large gate which was sealed by an unknown seal. On the other side of the seal there was a big fox with 9 tails. Naruto was trying to speak to the fox, but he didn't get any response from the beast behind the gates. Naruto then thought for a while and started to name the fox. He was naming it as a pet. The Kyuubi was out of patience and released its killer intent, but it didn't affect Naruto even a bit. Naruto then said, "As you know, I don't know how to return to my village from this place. I searched everywhere and there is no exit to this place. While walking I found this place and found you behind the gates." Naruto then said, "I was feeling very lonely, so I came to talk to you. After searching for a long time I saw there is no one in this place except you and me. I thought that you may be feeling lonely, so I came to you to talk." Kyuubi then said, "I think you don't know me and where you are right now." Naruto then said, "I was trying to tell you the same thing for a long time." The Kyuubi then said, "I was sealed into your body by the Hokage and the village you live in call me the Kyuubi." Kyuubi then said, "As you know, I am the powerful Bijuu in this world." Naruto then realized what he studied during his training, but he didn't reveal his true side. He just kept the act and acted innocent, then asked, "If you are the powerful being in this world, then why are you inside this cage and you don't look that powerful to me?" The Kyuubi then said, "As you know, I was sealed into this cage by the Shinigami. Even I can't break this seal without the key, but I can do this." The Kyuubi then turned into a human form and walked out of the cage. He was only wearing black pants and all his body was visible. He was muscular and there's a tail behind his back. His ears were that of a fox. He looks like a human fox and Naruto was now able to sense his energy. Naruto then said, "Who are you? And where's the fox?" The man standing in front of him said that he was the fox behind the bars. While this is happening inside the hospital, we can see Naruto was covered in a clock of orange chakra. Jiraiya sensed a chakra and came rushing towards the room and saw Naruto, who was covered in an orange clock of chakra, but it was not as demonic as from the day of the attack back then. It started to heal Naruto's body. Naruto was all healed and there was not even a trace of him being injured. The clock was not causing any harm to him, but it was helping him to heal all his injuries. The clock didn't disappear, it was covering him for almost 4 days, and on the 4th day, Naruto woke up from his sleep and saw an unfamiliar person sitting beside his bed in the hospital. That's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, then please do share, like, and subscribe to this channel for more videos.